Hey, I'm Eggy Drago.
I am the cream of the crop. I am the yolk on top.
I'm a part-time video store clerk, a part-time brawler, oh yeah, and a full-time human being. Wow. When I went to Tokyo back in February 2024, I went to an idol concert on a whim because my VTuber Oshi, who graduated, was into that scene. Needless to say, I got hooked. We bought way too many checkies. So much so that we have 2 checky books. 2 checky namakans. All hail the checky namakan. After talking to a few idols, I realized every single one of them has a story, be it why they chased this dream, their ups and downs, and even their future after all this. And that's what I'm here to do. Learn more about the idol culture, the various scenes around the world, and to give them a platform to tell their stories. Every idol has a dream and a story to tell. This is IDOLEYEZ.
We live? We working? Hey!
We are?
Everyone. Yeah. Hi, guys. Sorry we're a bit late. My trains suck ass in New Jersey. Anyway, hello. Welcome to IDOLEYEZ. There's a bunch of you in here already. Holy crap. If anyone's new here, Idolize is the #1 idol podcast on the planet. Kepler 452b. Very popular in the Kepler system. I'm your host, Ando, filling in for Eggy Drago, who was in the motherland, but finally, Japan trip part 2 is happening. Like, literally already went to see Gumi, Tabadu Gumi, aka Tabedarenai Gumi from Crazy Fantasy, like a few hours ago, and stayed up till 4 in the morning, watching random hotel stuff. So, yeah, he'll definitely have some shenanigans to share on social media. So, again, for those that are new here to Idolize, this is a podcast that shares anything and everything, highlighting idols and the idol community. So everything from Chica idols to Kaiga idols and everything in between. If that sounds interesting and you would like to tune in every week-ish here on twitch.tv/EggyDrago. If you miss any part of this show or you want to catch up on previous shows, we do have a YouTube channel with all the VODs going back to the very first episode on youtube.com/@idoleyez101. As I mentioned before, follow Eggy Drago on all social media at Eggy Drago on Twitter and Instagram for JP trip updates and info on upcoming guests, because I'm not hosting this forever. I have to give the keys back sooner or later. Knock on wood. Nobody talks about that episode. It's okay. All right. With that out of the way, let me please introduce my guest. Jay, stop freaking out. You're making me nervous. Stop.
Sorry. Oh, okay.
My guest is currently enrolled in cosmetology school and was literally doing hair and makeup like 5 seconds while the intro was running. Not even like 5 seconds. I was like, you have time, don't worry. They are currently married to Giselle from the world famous group aespa. I am very jealous.
That's my wife, guys. Sorry.
I'm very jealous.
I have multiple wives, actually. I've got a whole harem.
Yay, polygamy!
We'll get into that.
And they are part of the Idol Space staff for Otakon and one of the head organizers for NekoCon's Idol Showcase Festival thingy. I forget what you call it.
The Neko Idol Festival.
That makes sense. So please welcome to Idolize Strawberry Skies, aka Jay.
That's me! Hi, guys. Hi, I'm Strawberry Skies. I'm your brightly shining berry idol, here to make even your cloudiest days super bright. I am, like, freaking out so bad. Oh my god. When Ando approached me to possibly be on Idolize, I literally, like, I think I all caps, like, key smashed on you or something. Like, I was so excited.
I have the receipts, don't worry.
Oh god. Please don't let those see the light of day. Our first conversation was about you saying yes to taking my photos at Katsucon, and then you offering this, and then we went on a 3-hour tangent about K-pop.
Yeah, and I was like,
hey, I'm sorry, Eggy, this is going to be another K-pop episode.
Don't worry, I think the rest of them are going to be K-pop episodes. Sorry.
Oh,
sorry, Eggy, this is truly Daebak now. But yeah, like, I basically, yeah, because I think I randomly saw, I forget if I was following you, or no, funny enough, I think it was the day before, I was like, okay, who's at, what's idol stuff that's going on at Katsucon? Like, Palette's gonna be there, Mayurani is gonna be there, oh, there's somebody named Strawberry Skies that's gonna have a show, I should follow them on Instagram. And then I was like, I was just like scrolling through like IG stories or whatever, and I saw your post of like, hey, if there's anybody that would like to take my photo, and I was like, wait a second.
And you reached out as if, and you said this whole, it was so funny, and
I went full business mode.
You said this whole paragraph that was like, hi, I'm Ando, I took photos for this, and this, and I'm so like, oh, I'm so professional. I'm like, bro, I know who you are.
Yo,
like, I know you, bro.
I'm still coming to terms with that, dude. Like, I think I talked about it like last week when I was talking with Mai, but yo, like, deadass, it's getting to the point where I'm like going to events and some people are saying hi to me, and I'm just like, I don't remember who you are. Or like, how have you heard of me already?
You're
So
their idol.
no,
Get used to it, bro. We were literally talking about you in the Otakon chat.
Oh god, please
because
stop.
we like are so excited about Otakon.
Oh god. Yeah, and so I'm basically just being dragged into all the staff stuff. So
Yes.
and now we're here, and and like technically this was like I made a trade with Jay. I was like, okay, I'll take your photos if you'll agree to be an idolizer. And then Jay was like, what?
I was like, a win is a win.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'll take that. So, yeah. I guess with
Can
that,
I take a moment really quick to show my shirt? By the way,
yes, the shirt does
Okay.
not. It doesn't just say Riz. It says Riz God. Like when I first clicked onto the call with Jay, I was like, why are you wearing a, like, internally, I didn't say it out loud. I wanted to be nice. I was like, why are you wearing a Riz t-shirt? But I'm just like, okay, it'll be funny. Yeah, no, like, we are big fans.
I thought
of
about
the
changing, and then I was
No,
told
no,
not
don't
to.
change. No, don't change. We are big fans of the Costco guys here on Idoleyez. I give that t-shirt 5 big booms. Boom. No. Chat, can we give Jay's t-shirt 5 big booms, please? I will not continue with the show unless we get 5 big booms. Oh wait.
We'll wait.
Come on, there's like 9 of you in here. Somebody has to be.
Get your asses in here. Oh my god.
Come on. Somebody can give the big booms out. There we go.
There it is. There we go.
Thank you, Eggy.
Thank you, Becky.
Okay, now the show can actually commence. All right, so
Yes. Oh my
question I always start off with every single time I've interviewed somebody so far. First exposure to Japanese music.
And you know what? I knew you were gonna ask this question, and I wasn't prepared. I guess it was Love Live, guys. It was Love Live. So it kind of all started at the same time for me. When I was in middle school, I remember I was in 6th grade, and in PE we had an assignment to like make up a dance. But I had friends that were into cosplay and Love Live, and they were just like, we're just gonna do this dance that we already know. And it was Start Dash, the 3-person version, like the second year's version from Muse. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll learn it. So I learned that, and that was like my first time really like listening or hearing like Japanese music, like Japanese idol music. So I don't know if that counts, but that was my first time.
Totally counts. It just makes me feel really old that you were in middle school when Love Live came out.
I know. Hey, do you want to know what's worse? I actually was in, I think, elementary school when it came out.
Oh shit.
I don't know. What year did it come out?
Like, God, I was like, what? Love Live?
Google. When did Love Live come out?
No, because I know the game came out before the anime. Like
2013 anime?
Yeah. Holy shit. You were I was
in elementary school. I'm so sorry, dude.
I was a junior in college in 2013, bro.
I was in, I think, 5th grade.
Oh lord. But I mean, yeah, it seems like so I'd say like the generational divide for most people seems to be either they get Love Live pilled or they get Miku pilled. Nothing in between.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say Love Live, Miku, or Project Sekai.
That too.
Yeah, but that's like, we'll talk about that later too.
But I mean, like, so was Love Live the only thing you were listening to at that point, or when did you start branching out to like outside, like other music?
So, truly Dayblock begins here. So I actually first started listening to K-pop. I was about like 8 when I first started listening. I know, sorry, you don't want to know what art. I already told you this. My first like K-pop artist that I really started standing was Secret. So it was like around like Gen 1, 2 I started listening.
And you are so based for that. Genuinely.
I know.
There are people older than you that have never listened to anything earlier than like Gen 4.
Yeah. But the Girl, what was I saying? Oh yeah, K-pop. I got into K-pop, and then so I was actively listening to K-pop when, you know, I got introduced to Love Live, and then from there I kept listening to K-pop, but like once I started, and we'll get into this as well, once I started getting into Love Live a little bit and getting into cosplay, I kind of like drifted from K-pop, and then I drifted back into K-pop.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
I'd say like high school, I drifted back into it. So
that sounds pretty normal. Like, even I have
yeah.
phases, so yeah, that's actually like really funny. Like, but you know, I appreciate that you actually know what groups or Gen 1, Gen 2 stuff is. Like, seriously, like I feel like an ancient like being when I say that I started listening to like groups like Girls' Generation. Hi, my name's Rainy. Nice to meet you. Hi, Rainy.
Oh, hi, Rainy.
But so like what? Oh, and he's just like max banning people. What the hell is going
He
on?
is on a, what is, bro?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm making you,
Bro.
I'm sorry. I'm making him work on his vacation. Anyway, so yeah, Love Live was your J-pop like awakening. Secret was your K-pop awakening. Other groups from around that time, I guess. Just like what else were you actively listening to once you first started exploring outside of just like English music?
Can you repeat the question?
Like, what other groups were you listening to?
Oh, so Secret was the first group that I like stand, I guess. I didn't know what standing was. I was literally like 8, 9, 10. But then I guess like, oh god, EXID. I listened to a lot of them.
Love them. Love them so
Love
much.
them. The first K-pop dance that I ever like fully learned was Hot Pink. Was it age appropriate? Absolutely not.
It's okay.
but-
Hot Pink's a banger. It's okay.
It's fine, guys. It's fine.
No one needs. Yes.
Shout out to Honey.
Yo,
bro.
So like,
shout out to Honey, bro.
like, so yeah, Eggy.
Wait, what does that mean? Hey, Eggy. Hey, what does that mean?
So that's our thing, is that like if there is a K-pop idol, J-pop idol, etc., that we think is just like, we will literally like give all our mortal possessions for, we say, oh, I'll take them to Applebee's. So like,
okay.
Like I definitely take Honey to Applebee's. Like I take like friggin' I don't know. There's a lot of people I take to Applebee's, but who do you take to Applebee's in terms of like your biases? Oh, I mean both biases and like Oshis.
Who would I take to Applebee's? Me personally? Okay. Giselle's coming with, Yunjin's coming with, Yujin's coming with, Sakura's coming with, who else is coming with? Am I a fake fan? Oh, Ryujin's coming with.
You're a very big fan of people like with the name Jin.
Apparently, bro. Bro. Honestly, everyone can come with. Hey, I got a minivan. Let's go. Let's pack it up. Get a school bus. Let's all just go to Applebee's.
Yeah,
and, we'll get those $1 margaritas, and it'll be a good time.
You have more than enough for them to like. They'll auto add the gratuity with how many people you're taking to Applebee's at that point.
Sorry, I just looked at the slideshow and I didn't realize that you actually put that photo in there.
No, it's fine. It's fine, Jay.
No, I didn't realize that you put that photo in there because I said it as a joke, bro.
All right, I won't set the house on fire, Eggy.
Oh my god. All right, have fun at the Combini. Get me
You'll get me some
anyway. Yeah, give me some family.
Anyway, so you already mentioned that about your Love Live like dance performance in middle school. So were you always interested in like dancing and performing and singing, or like was that something you acquired along the way?
So I actually was always into dance and singing. Like I was a church choir kid when I was a kid. I
Oh.
was in like chorus in school and stuff. And then I had been dancing since I was 2. Um, I was like a classically trained ballerina. I was
Wow.
like trained in dance. Like at the time, I was actively in dance classes when I first started. I stopped dancing like formally. I stopped formal dance training when I was about 14. Um, but and then I stopped like doing chorus things when I was like 15. But then, funny enough, I like started doing idol stuff at 15. So
So
I don't
it
know.
just it just went from one thing to the other, basically. It was just
Basically, yeah.
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, like it essentially like I'd say the skills carry over very easily. So, um, yeah. So with that, like you know, uh, jeez, like how was like training as a ballerina from the age of 2 to like that's crazy, dude. Like so like you were able to like hold point at like like what like 4 years old or
Oh,
something.
no, 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 no. It was pre-point, um, but I never like did it because I was, too young. Also, like around then is when, and I don't know when we're gonna talk about this, but it will happen at some point. Around then is when I started like experiencing some struggles with like my knees and my legs,
Mm,
so I didn't like have the leg strength to do it.
yeah,
So
especially like that's like side note on that. Like I remember when I was in school for like shoe design. Like that's a like they talk or they teach us about like oh like this is like the mechanics of like basically like your body shape basically changes or like your leg shape especially changes um if you're consistently doing stuff like ballet or just like very like intricate types of dance like so like you basically like it affects like your physiology so much. So yeah, it's understandable that it you hear a lot about people that do competitive dancing or like that sort of thing or running into issues at a young age with like like stress fractures or just like aches and pains, all that sort of thing. So it's not too out
yeah.
like far out of left field, but yeah, that sucks. So how long was it between like getting Love Live pilled and starting to do more like cosplay idol activities? Because I know that was like a big part of what you were doing before you debuted as an original idol.
Yeah, so I was a cosplay idol for 4 years, 5. I who's counting? Not me. So actually, I think it was so I got Love Live pilled. Like, I wouldn't even say Love Live pilled because when I got into being a cosplay idol, I had never actually seen Love Live. Um, so it was like 6th grade. I did that one little dance, and then I started into cosplay in 2014, 15, and then I got into my first idol group in 2018. So it was a couple of years, but basically I had a friend that I followed, and she posted on her Instagram like, hey, does somebody want to fill in for this idol group? And I'm like, I miss dancing, I cosplay, I don't know anything about this series, but like, let me go do this. So I went to the group, and they took me in as a temporary member, and we were doing a Muse group, and I was Ellie. And it just so happened that they were also doing a performance for the masquerade at this convention, and
Oh,
that masquerade performance was hot pink, which I already knew from years ago, and they needed
it
another
all
hot
comes
pink
back to
member.
hot pink.
So I'm like, I think that was the universe trying to tell me something there. But
That's hilarious.
so after that convention, they ended up keeping me on as a permanent member. And then from there, it was 2018, 19, 20. No, not 20. We didn't. Well, I was in the group, but we didn't do a performance that year. 21. And then mid 2022 is when I was it mid 2022? No, 2022 as well. And then mid 2023 is when I started original idol stuff. So it was 4.5, 5 years ish between, like 3 years between getting introduced to Love Live and cosplay and anime, to becoming a cosplay idol, and then 5 years between becoming a cosplay idol and becoming an original idol. So it's been a long time.
Good minute, yeah, like definitely a long time. So since you've had a decent amount of experience in, I guess, like both fields, what would you say is like the biggest difference between, already know like how performances go and et cetera for being a cosplay idol versus, oh shoot, I actually have to like sing on stage and people will hear my, like, how big was that as a transition? Or was it easy, or like were you already comfortable, like, since you were already on stage, or was that actually just like a daunting thing?
Oh, it was so daunting. So even though I had been in chorus for years and years, and I wasn't like super, like, I wasn't like, I have a horrible voice type thing. I was still so scared to sing live. Like, I remember when I was about to debut, I was like, I don't think I can like sing live. I think I'm gonna have to pre-record all of my audio, which some people do that and it's great. But I like hold myself to like a ridiculously high standard, so I'm like, I have to do it. It was so daunting. I mean, also performing as a character is so, I would say, I don't know if I like it more, I don't know what, but I find that I'm able to put a little bit more into it sometimes because there's like a character, there's like an exact mold you have to fit. Um and like it's just like you can go on stage and just be this character. And so there's almost a mask put up. There's a little bit of a wall between you and the audience because there's this wall of being a character. But when you're an original idol, there's less of a wall, unless like you have more of a bigger persona. Like, it's kind of just you and the audience. There's no character to buffer yourselves, so it's just they see you. They don't see this character, which is simultaneously so awesome and like beautiful that I get to put on this show for people and like they get to see me and I get to see them. But it's also so terrifying because I'm like bearing myself to this audience and it's, oh my god, it's so scary, but it's so worth it, I think.
You're bearing you're bearing your soul for people, and you're literally like, you're singing, you're dancing and everything, and like you said, there really isn't that much of a barrier. And which is why I can't imagine myself doing it. So honestly, like I can understand how that could be like the biggest change. But I guess with that, like we can wait, so were you staffing for were you working like idol showcases and like all that stuff before doing original idol activities, or was that like after? Or
yes and no. I wasn't officially staffing anything. I was gophering at Otakon in 2022, and then in I started working with NecoCon staff in 2022 to like get the Idol Festival started. So at this point I was still a cosplay idol, but I knew I wanted to do original things. And then so yes and no. I also was already like the group I was in. I was already kind of like the manager that talked to the conventions for us type thing. And so I was like semi-familiar with it, but I really didn't start like, actually formally staffing things until I was an original idol.
But I mean, like you were already kind of like exposed and like you were familiar with the environment, so I'd imagine like, hey, it's like, hey, maybe I can do this too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess we can go into more of original idol stuff now. So like, I guess this like first question, obviously, like how did you land on Strawberry Skies as your stage name?
So people ask me this all the time because it's my username on like literally everything. Like people, where people ask me the most? People ask me, not to be like cringe, but we're gonna talk about it later. People ask me when I'm playing Valorant all the time because my username is Strawberry Skies on there too. So people are always like, they think it's like a song reference because there's apparently a song that has this name.
Yeah.
But it quite literally, I knew I needed Strawberry because it's like my last name. And then I wanted alliteration because I just thought it would be cute. So I was like, oh, Strawberry Skies is cute. And that was my cosplay username. Like I restarted a cosplay account in 2022. 2021. I restarted it. So it was just Strawberry Skies cosplay was already my cosplay account. And so I was like, I'm gonna make idol stuff now. And then I made it Strawberry Skies Idol. And then I'm like, well, okay, this works. And then I started the branding. So it just thought it was cute. There's literally like no other meaning to it other than that.
No, that's perfectly fine, but like, yeah, it is a very alliterative name. So like that was like
Yeah,
it
I
was one
know.
of the one. It stuck out early in my mind when I was doing my research first. I was like, hey,
And that's hey, I gotcha.
big brain right there, big brain J. So like. So while you were preparing or while you were doing like original idol stuff, like how or were you friends or like were you like did you know people that were Kaigai idols already, or did you was like starting your or wanting to debut, was that like how you sort of got introduced to this community?
Is this where I get to start talking about her?
Yeah.
Is this the moment where I get to start talking about my wife, Celestia Idol, aka Tama?
You can't say that. Wait,
no.
the French one might be listening. Sorry.
That French woman is crazy. But no. So I did already know some people in the community. I knew like quite a few members in the community while I was first getting started. So yes. I knew Tama, obviously. We met in 2020. And then I knew Aiden, I think we met in like 2022 through Otakon stuff. And then in 2022, I was like I wasn't the only cosplayer that was like gophering and staffing or whatever. But I was one of the only cosplayers. So like Otakon 2022, being around those staff members, like Jenny Bon and Tama and Aiden, were like, I was like, oh, okay. And so I met a lot of original idols through that. And then I was kind of like, okay, like I want to do this. I want to, be that I want to give that to me. Oh my gosh.
No, you're good. What?
Yeah. Is this like, what's going on here?
No, you're good. Yeah, like I feel like that's how it starts with most people, is just like you start like hanging around them, or you just like start working events, or you start getting dragged to things, and then you're just like the gears start turning in your head a bit.
Start cooking. If I was an original idol, I'd be doing this. I was an original idol.
Like I feel like everyone does that. Like not just with like original idol stuff or whatever, but like maybe I could perform that. Maybe I could like. It definitely like I understand that that experience. So I mean, like you had wonderful people to bounce ideas off of, and like obviously like like working like the staff and everything. So and Otakon basically being like not having been to Otakon myself, but it seems like it's the most welcoming convention when it comes to like idol stuff, because usually in every con I go to there's either zero idol stuff or they like shove it in the corner because they don't really care all that much. I won't name names because I don't want to get canceled, but
damn. Do we have an Otakon convention segment later?
I mean, you could talk about it now. Like,
beautiful. I would love to talk about Otakon. So Otakon, we are definitely cooking, and we definitely have heard from people even outside of the East Coast that like this is like the idol convention. Mm-hmm. And I am so happy that we have that title. Like Idol Space is now like the performance department, because we have a couple of other tracks under us now. We have Idol Space, we've got our festivals, and then we've got now the dance lounge and the not the dance lounge, the dance gathering space and the Oda lounge. So those are like for musicians and bands, and then like for people who want to do like random dance plays, or like I can think like a Wotake performance or something like that. So that is so cool that we're expanding. But we love idols at Otakon. Obviously, all of the staff at Otakon Idol Space are idols. It's very much a for idols by idols type thing. So we understand. A lot of us have been cosplay idols too. I usually find myself being like one of the spokespeople for cosplay idols. God, if any cosplay idol group is wondering, please hit my line. Please hit my line. I miss doing. Please hit my line. Anyway,
At Strawberry Skies Idol on
please
Instagram.
hit my line, please.
If you are performing Hot Pink anytime in the near future,
ID in Love Live Bokura Ima no Nakade cosplays, hit my line, bro.
Just those two.
God.
Just those two, nothing else.
So specific. I still have the cosplay, dude. Like,
Oh my
please, I'm so ready.
That's funny.
That cosplay is 7 years old now. Please hit my line.
I mean, that's just
Anyway.
something that you can still fit in something 7 years.
I haven't tried it on in 7 years. No, we're not.
Nah, you're probably good. You're probably good. Don't lie. You can probably still fit it. Have
No,
confidence.
I was 15. I don't think I can fit in it. Anyway, oh my god. No, I love Otakon. Otakon is so great. Even just as people, like all of the staff is so awesome. They are, and like all of our performers are awesome. We have Idol Space, which is just a place for idols to perform. We've got our festivals, which are more targeted for different audiences, and they are bringing in more and more audiences every year. Like last year, we had to do like line control for people. Like we had an act last year that had like 600 people waiting to come see them. Like one act. Like that's crazy. And so to think that we as a convention, as a little team that started with like Jenny and oh my god, I feel so bad. I can't remember exactly who everyone started Annie Beat. But to grow from like one little festival to such a huge kind of almost like mecca for the East Coast idol community, it's like I'm honored to be part of the staff.
Yeah, because like everything you've told me, like not just now, but like before, it almost seems like Otakon specifically, it's almost like there's like idol space and like all of these things are almost like a convention inside of the convention in a way. And I've never
heavy on that.
Yeah, like there's, and especially the fact that like everything is so organized and like everyone has it's almost like a music festival in a way where like, oh, this is where like the idols are, this is where like the bands are, that sort of thing. Whereas usually like anything else I've or any other cons I've been to, it's usually all just like either mashed together or there really isn't that much of a focus on, like everyday people like coming up to perform. They usually like are more interested, like if it's an anime convention, it's like, oh, they want like a J-rock band coming over, like flying over and everything. Like, Kara, hi. I'm sorry I'm distracted. First, congrats.
I had to chat, yeah. Hi.
We have somebody that actually achieved the life goal of marriage. I'm forever jealous.
Can we get some W's in the chat for marriage,
yeah, no,
bro?
Yeah, like literally, freaking. Kara got married on the same day as freaking Le Seraphim dropping Hot.
Oh, that's so huge.
I was
That's
like,
so huge.
it was meant to be.
I have my Hot album literally right here. Well, it's actually not the album; it's the special edition. But I have it right here.
What photo card did you pull?
I don't remember.
I mean, you can open it right now.
I'm opening it right now. Oh no, I already put it away. Hold on. Hold
No,
on.
I will wait. I want to see what the photo card is.
We're
This is
looking.
very
Hold on.
important.
This is so important. It's K-pop. It's truly Daybok right now. All of my photo cards are right here, by the way.
Wow.
They're in here. I put my water bottle completely in front of. Who did I pull? I bought some extra ones. I opened so many albums recently. Oh my god. Hold on. I gotta lock in. Who did I... Hello? Hello? Hello?
Who was it?
Oh, it's not, it wasn't, like, because it's a special edition, I just got 10
Oh,
of
you
these.
get, like they're like checky type things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want Sakura?
What?
She'll be yours if you want her.
No, Why are you giving Sakura to me? There's the person that's actually married to Sakura in this chat.
Hey yo.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, like that's cool. Kara, we love you. So glad you're finally in the same time zone ish as us, and I hope to meet you in person one day, because you're amazing and you have all the same Oshis that I do, basically. So anyway, but yeah, like, so I do intend to actually go to Otakon this year. Knock on wood. That is the plan. Depending on how my life turns out in the next, my employment situation turns out in the next few months. But like, I would love to go to Otakon again. Just like every idol that I talked to, or like every person that's DMV based or not even DMV based I've talked to, just speaks so highly of Otakon, and I want to experience the magic myself. AKA Jenny, please, Jenny Vaughn, please add me back on Twitter, because I want to be Otakon. I've been following Jenny Vaughn for like 3 months, and I never got the follow back. So if you want me to be a photographer or some element of,
she has you on the schedule, bro. Like, I don't know. Like, she hasn't back. That's so crazy.
I am begging. I mean, like, even if I'm not working, like, I still want to go around anyway.
Please, please. I think you will actually have so much fun. Like you said, Otakon gives very music festival vibes. We have so many people who come in and literally say that they come only for Idol Space or only for the Idol performances, because there's an Idol performance happening from 10 a.m. to 12 a.m. midnight.
That's crazy. Like, I don't think I've.
If you want to see idols, go to Otakon.
And it's not even just that, like, because I know, again, like, the first time, like, obviously, like, Otakon had always been on my radar in terms of, like, oh, it's like a really big convention in, like, the DC area, but it also got on my radar because I was like, wait, what's this? What, Otakon's inviting K-pop groups? Like, I was just like, what? Like, they have the poll for that? So,
Jenny, if you're watching, I didn't leak anything. I'm good.
You can tell me how to stream.
All I'm saying, I can't actually, like, genuinely, I cannot, but all I'm saying is if you like K-pop, go to Otakon.
Oh, okay. I mean, like, I know, I've been missing out, but, yeah, so, okay, getting back to actual, like, idol activities, or it is related to Otakon. So, was it a conscious decision to have your original idol debut at Otakon, or was that just, like, coincidence?
Necessarily coincidence. It kind of was just, it worked out that way. I had performed at Otakon in 2023 with a group, and I knew that once I performed on that stage, I was like, oh my god, I want to do that again. And then I think it was like Katsu 2020, it was Katsu of 2024, and I was like, I really should start doing original idol stuff, because all of my friends are now original idols, and I want to be cooking. And also in 2023 was the first year of Neko Idol Festival, and I was like, like, because Tama was there with me, because Tama's our co-host of the show, and so she, like, performed one of her originals. She performed Colorful Dream, and she introduced herself as an original idol, and I was like, hey guys, I'm not, but, like, I will be soon. And then I waited 9 months to actually become an original idol. So it kind of just worked out. Like, I felt really comfortable with all the staff there. I felt comfortable with the convention. I felt comfortable with the people that were there. I knew, I had a bunch of friends who were going, so it felt like a good place for me to debut. And then it just so happened I was accepted to the Now Presenting Idol Fest, which is literally an idol festival that we have for new idols. A lot of people make their official debut there. A lot of people who have recently debuted go and perform there. So it was basically the perfect storm for me to debut. And then I was like, well, I'm going to apply. Oh God, I got in. Oh God, I have to do this now. And because I debuted at a convention that has all of my friends and that I staff at, they are, like, holding me to being an idol. Like, I now have to keep doing it.
It's like, you can't run from this now.
Basically, that's what I told myself. I was like, once I debut, there's no going back. I have to keep going. So now I have to keep going.
So do you remember your set list from debut? Because
I do, because I have performed basically the exact same songs multiple times. So my set list was, for now presenting, it was Happy Strawberry by Yu Ogura. And then it was Yume no Tobira, which I didn't actually say this in my MC because I forgot because I was too nervous. I performed that song in 2019. I performed Rico's like soft, slow version of it from Aqua, from the anime, at a karaoke at NecoCon. Oh my god, I only go to NecoCon and Otakon and Katsu, I swear. And I performed it there, and then I was like, I'm gonna perform the full version because this live was like that. My debut was very much like I have been performing for years, but let me now make it new. So Happy Strawberry was like, this is me now. And then I did Shine Kira Kira Precurrent Mode, which is a silly little anime about it's a precure anime about magical girls who are also animals, but they are also sweets. And they fight evil with the power of Kira Kira that is found in sweets. Because when you bake with love, and then that love and shine turns into magical attacking power. And that's the premise of the anime. And they're also like 13 years old. So
sounds pretty on brand for Precure, you know,
yeah,
honestly.
basically.
And I haven't even watched anything like extensively. I just know like the lore is wild.
That's another one that was also a throwback. I did a dance cover of that in 2020. It was my first ever YouTube cover. The only ever video that I actually uploaded to YouTube, and then I took it down within 24 hours because I was like super embarrassed.
Oh, no.
So it's still on my channel, but it's archived and you cannot find it. So I did say that, and I played that in the background of my now presenting set. And then in the background of my Yume no Tobira, when I was performing that, I did like a lyric video because I knew that during the bridge, I wanted a bunch of throwback videos. I don't know if I think I sent you a snippet of it.
Yeah.
But basically I had like a bunch of clips from like going all the way back to 2018, including a clip from the Hot Pink performance at NecoCon Masquerade. I included a bunch of clips that were like super nostalgic, and like I know of one friend, I don't know if anybody else was in the audience that I was in that old group with, and she said she was mad at me because I made her cry. Phoebe, who was hosting the show, also said I made her cry a little bit, which was like, oh my god. And then I had a whole segment of it that was just me and Tama videos dating back from 2020. But it was that was a song that I almost didn't make it through because I almost started crying really bad. But yeah, that was my set list. That took like 20 minutes to answer, but that was the answer was 3 songs: Yume no Tobira, Shine Kira Kira Precurrent Mode, and Happy Strawberry.
But yeah, I mean, like, it definitely seems like it was a good idea to, you know, debut at Otakon. You had, you know, you knew everyone, you had friends, you knew like the staff, so like it definitely like makes it easier when, like, I guess like I think it's like a comedian thing when you stack the room or like something like that, where like basically like, okay, I know the people in this room, I know that if I make a mistake or if something terrible happens, they will not like throw tomatoes at me or something like that.
Oh yeah, Jenny and Tama were sitting in the in front of the front row while I was performing. I didn't actually notice them at first, but when I did, I was like, oh, okay, like I got this now. But they knew how absolutely terrified I was. Specifically, Jenny knew exactly how terrified I was, and I room with Jenny and Tama usually at Otakon because we're all staff, and they literally morning of made me do the first like little bit of Happy Strawberry because I was like refusing to do it because I was so nervous. They like wouldn't let me leave the room until I performed it for them.
they locked you in the room until you
literally like, you can't leave until you do this. It was like 9 a.m. I'm like, please.
Oh, tough love. But yeah. Like yeah, no, that it's definitely important to have people like that are supporting you and, you know, not just know like not just when you're on stage, but just in the whole lead up to it. Because that's the thing, is that like just getting to that point where you're standing on stage about to like with sounds about to come out of the microphone, like that's an entire journey in and of itself. Like so, you know, that's I think
I talk?
Go for it.
Can I speak? Me being on this show to speak. So I actually have. Oh my god, guys, breaking the illusion. I have horrible, disgusting, debilitating stage fright. A lot of my oops know this, a lot of my friends know this. Otakon staff definitely know this. Like, it is so horrific. I've been performing like my whole life, but it still is like so crippling, the fear that I feel inside of me. There are many performances that I've had to do, like I've done like many performances that I've had to do where I have to just keep my mouth shut, like while I have to stop lip syncing because like I feel like I'm gonna like get sick while I'm performing because I'm so anxious. It's like, whew, it's so bad. So like before I get on stage, I'm usually like fine. I just have a lot of adrenaline, and then once I'm on stage, everything just gets scary, and I often black out. So people like come up to me and talk to me and they're like, I loved your performance. I'm like, I don't remember a single bit of it, but thank you. I'm so glad. It's like, it's so bad, but I know I'm not the only one, which is great. It's just, it's a fake it till you make it thing. And I'm getting better. I am starting to become a little bit more comfortable on stage. At first, when I wanted to become an original idol, I thought about doing like a persona, like to, you know, keep up that kind of almost cosplayer like mask.
Yeah.
But then I realized I couldn't keep it up. I'm not consistent enough for that. So I was just like, you know what? I'm going to try and do that. And I tried to do that at Otakon, and I was so anxious that I cried after. But then Katsukan, I was like, who cares? Half the people in here are my friends anyway. Who cares? Yeah. Let me just go on and perform. And then I felt like a lot more comfortable without that kind of mask on. And also now that I've been streaming, I've been sharing a lot more of my personality. So like I can't, it's kind of like, you know, when you put the toothpaste out of the tube and you can't bring it back in. That's kind of what I'm doing now. So it's like, I can't pretend to be like, oh my god, guys, I'm Strawberries, guys, because everyone knows that, like, everyone knows that I'm like the Riz God, basically.
Yeah, 100%. That's not a that's not a character. That is not like
I'm just built like
put
this,
on
bro.
you. Yeah, you are literally built different. You are the Riz God.
I'm built different.
Yeah,
what can I say?
But no, like, as someone that, well, technically I can't say I watched you perform. I watched you perform through my camera. But no, like, legitimately, like, the first time I saw you perform, like, I couldn't
don't.
No. You were, when I was No, you were
okay.
you were talking about how you were like really nervous like leading up to it, but no, definitely you locked in. You locked in once you were on stage. Like I hope me being there next to the stage helped subside some of those nerves, but no, like you legitimately did lock in. You will eventually, that footage will eventually see the light of day when I finish editing.
No,
come on. The Marshmallow performance was so good.
Okay, Marshmallow, you can do Marshmallow because that's like, I'm gonna give that one to you. But
thank you.
The rest of it, send it to my DMs very discreetly.
But yeah, no, like I almost saw like the light, like the light switch flip in your head once it was time for like, once it was like idle mode and go time.
I almost saw the light leave your eyes. That's what I thought you were
No!
Yeah, basically that's what
I mean, like, no, seriously, like, no, seriously, that was like, that wasn't even glazing. Like, I think I came up to you afterwards and I was like, that was a really good performance. And you know, and it's all the more like talking about like how, you know, even after, you know, all this time performing like cosplay idol stuff, original idol stuff, you know, still being nervous on stage, you know, the fact that you're still able to, you know, you're still able and willing to do it every single time is definitely something that I can learn from that I, you know, in my own life. So, you know, hopefully you know, I know it's definitely a big thing, but like seeing like, oh, like people are like, oh, I know you were nervous, but like you kind of like gave me like, you know, hope or strength or like that, like to actually, you know, do the same thing. And you know, that's definitely, you know, I don't want to speak for you or 100%, but you know, that's kind of what you end up living for, right? Is just like seeing like what your actions or like what your music can do for people.
Oh goodness. I told myself I wasn't gonna cry at any point. I probably will. Actually, I definitely will based on like what we're gonna talk about later. I know I'm going to cry. But I didn't think it was gonna be this early. I had somebody come up to me. Oh my god. I had somebody come Oh my god, I'm so locked in right now. I had somebody come up to me after my Katsucon performance, which a lot more people showed up than I thought were going to, first of all. So if any of you are watching that went, thank you. Oh my god. Someone came up, and I don't think they're watching, but they came up to me after my show, and they said, "You were amazing. I need this like framed. I remember it word for word. You were amazing. It was an honor to be in your audience, and I think I found a new Oshi."
Oh.
And I wanted to be like, "What are you talking about?" But I obviously locked in, and I was like, "Oh my god, thank you so much." And then I turned, I think it was like right next to Ari when this happened, so I turned to him, I was like, "What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
What just happened?"
Because, like, what do you, dude, what do you mean?
What do you mean I'm your Oshi?
Like, what? And I don't know if they were just saying that or like what, but that has stuck with me. And there's been multiple people who, like, when I was a cosplay idol, like, would come up to me and they would be like, "Oh, like, you were so like electric on stage," and like I had somebody come up to me and tell me that they started performing in cosplay because of me, and I'm like, "Dude, what are you, what, huh, what are you talking about?" Like, it's like, and I know like Tama has told me about these instances that she's had before, and I've watched this happen to her before, like watch somebody come up to her and be like, "You are the reason that I perform," and I am one of those people that tells her all the time that she is the reason I perform. But it's like crazy to me that it happened to me because I'm literally just a little guy, so I don't know what you could possibly be talking about.
But I mean, like, honestly, like, yeah, that is the power of being an idol. That's the power of Strawberry Skies. Like, you know.
Hey guys, I'm here to make even your cloudiest days brighter. Up top,
yeah, not just a slogan. That's real life. Speaking of things that are very cloudy or very.
Oh God.
So I mean, like, we can kind of go into it if you want. Like, are you emotionally and mentally prepared? I mean, like,
yeah, we're good.
Because I think like that's definitely a big part of your idol journey, so to speak, as Eggy refers to it as, is just not even just overcoming, like, you know, stage fright or, you know, overcoming certain things like inexperience or whatever. A lot of, like, you definitely have been dealing with a lot of stuff, you know, both in and outside of your private life. Like you just told me today that you're going through like things or getting certifications or whatever for like disability or like accommodations and all that sort of stuff. So, you know, I'll let you talk about it.
Yeah, I started like basically experiencing what I can only refer to as chronic pain. A couple years ago, probably like 5-ish years ago, is when it started to like kind of progress. It basically, to make a long story short, my knees are very, very weak and they constantly hurt all of the time. Basically, imagine if you were to like squat down, like bending your knees and squat down to pick something off the floor, and you're not able to get back up. No matter what you do, you cannot get back up. You have to sit there on the floor for about 60 seconds before you can like hoist yourself back up. That's what I've got to do. So I can touch my toes because I can't bend my knees. And there's a lot of other things going on like internally, and you know, me and my doctor figured all that out, and that's okay, and we're getting there. But basically just think of arthritis but in my legs. And so you can imagine how bad that can be when you are an idol, and how much of a struggle that can be when you are an idol. So I do wear knee braces every day. Shout out. I wear knee braces every day.
Honestly, it looks cool. Like legitimately.
Well,
like,
I'm glad.
that's like part of your uniform, basically. Like, you know how like
It's
when
literally like an anime character who has like one outfit.
or no, it's just like I'm thinking of like, you know how people that are like basketball players or like football players, like they got their headband, they got like that certain thing, like that's you when you put the knee braces on, like that's like
Dude, do
you
you know
lock
how
in.
limiting those are for outfits though?
Yeah, I know.
I can sometimes think of it like the best fit, and then I'm like, I can't walk in this because I don't have knee braces. And so it's like, do I suffer for the drip, or do I let the drip suffer? And usually I have to let the drip suffer, unfortunately. Ow!
Not at
But
all, but you're but no,
oh yeah,
I
let me
can,
be clear. Mobility aids are not ugly. They're great, and if you need a mobility aid to be able to walk, fucking do it. Absolutely. They're baller. I used to have a hot pink sparkly cane. That shit was fire, bro. No, so like I know I'm not the only idol who has disabilities, who is disabled. Tama. I never everything always goes back to Tama. But she is also disabled. I won't speak on hers, but yeah, it's not fun, but it is cool. And I think that doing stamina training and doing endurance training and doing strength training in my legs specifically has allowed me, thankfully, to perform. I would say probably in the last 2-3 years, like since I've become an original idol. Unfortunately, I would say personally that my dance skills have diminished a little bit, just because I don't want to push myself too hard on stage, because if I push myself too hard, then like I'm not performing well. But I just got a doctor who is finally listening to me, so like who knows, maybe I'll start getting treatment and maybe I'll be able to start like dancing like I used to, which was pretty good. So who knows, guys, maybe Strawberry Sky's dance arc is gonna come back soon.
I will be seated like day one when that happens. I'm not saying if, I'm saying when.
Yes, we're manifesting that I will be able to dance normally, because that's why I've been doing that's why I'm grateful that I'm now an original idol, because I can sing and I don't have to just dance. So I can kind of like do songs like I did at Katsucon with Marshmallow, where I can like sit down and I can just sing, and that's like a normal thing to do. So that's good at least. But hopefully my next convention that I may or may not be performing at, we'll see, applications close soon. Hopefully I'll be able to get some more dancing stuff done, and like I don't know, maybe a new era of Strawberry Skies will begin. Who knows?
I mean, all very exciting in all honesty, but I personally do not have debilitating like leg injuries to that degree, so I can't personally relate. But my mom, like God, when I was in like high school, I think she got I forget what it was. Like basically, yeah, she has bad knees too. Like my parents aren't up there yet, knock on wood, but my mom does like need to take it carefully with like going upstairs, going downstairs. Like she got like she got arthroscopic knee surgery, like, so she has to be pretty careful, or like there'll be some days where she's like, specifically, or like, we were just talking about it like very recently, where if it's raining out, or barometric
God,
pressure,
if it's raining out, dude, I can't do anything.
Yeah.
Oh, it sucks so bad.
Yeah, so like, so I definitely, I've experienced that, like, or through like what my mom goes through secondhand. And so like the fact that you're be able to push yourself to not let that limit you, and still want to perform and still want to be an idol, is definitely something that I think people can learn from and take after, because I give up way too easily. I'm just like like there's some times where I'm just like, I roll out of bed on a Saturday, I'm just like, I don't feel like getting out of bed at all. And like there's nothing like physically like hurting with me, but the fact that you're able to push through all of it, and like you're putting in the work, like physical therapy and training yourself, yeah, that's like, I'd say, like, again, like I've only seen you perform once, but I'd say like the results are visible. So I swear, I'm not trying to make you cry. I'm just speaking from the.
Gee, thanks. No, I appreciate it. That's like, and like I said, I know it's not just me. I know there's people who, they maybe it's not the same thing, but maybe it's like, maybe they've got also really bad stage fright, or like, like debilitating anxiety that makes it harder to perform, or maybe they've got like POTS and it's harder to perform, or maybe they've got, arthritic issues and it's harder to perform. And I've also had people come to me and they're like, I see you with your knee braces. I did a show, Otakon 2023. I did cosplay list, and halfway through the show, not even halfway, I think my second song, I stopped, put on my knee braces so that I could continue dancing, and everyone was cheering for me.
Oh.
And that was like, wow, because like when you have this kind of thing, it's like and I'm so grateful that it's becoming less so nowadays, but it definitely, there was a long period of time where wearing mobility aids was seen as like really like weird to do.
Yeah,
it's so much more normalized now, thankfully.
Yeah.
But
and especially at the age you're at, like, it's very easy for people to judge and not understand. But
yeah, it's always like, you're too young to feel like that. What are you talking about? Your knees work perfectly fine. It's like,
yeah, no, on God, my back didn't start hurting until like the day I turned 30. So,
and see, I was diagnosed with scoliosis at 17. So,
oh no, but I think we're blessed that the specific community we're in is just very accepting of people that have all types of histories and backgrounds and things that they're dealing with. And obviously I'm not an idol, but I am somebody that has become very involved in this community. And basically about a year ago, I had no idea anything about like Kai Guy idols and like what a Taibon was or whatever, and yet this community has accepted me all the same, and I see that same level of acceptance being offered to people that might have certain disabilities, or might have certain things that are holding them up, or things that make them feel ostracized, or not accepted in normal circles. And everyone in the Kai Guy scene is like, shit, well, come on in. Like,
come on.
Yeah, we'll teach you how to thunder snake. We'll teach you how to Oshi lift or something like that. Like, that's genuinely, like, again, I can't speak for you, but like for me especially, that's the one thing I've definitely learned to appreciate about this community, is that everybody is just so welcoming. Hello, Pingu. Yeah, I am not Eggy, I swear.
Oh, you're not Eggy? I thought this whole time
God,
that I was not Eggy.
Not all Filipino people. Not all Filipino people look the same.
No, we're not. No, okay, we're not doing that.
Shout out to Pengi.
Shout out Pengi for real.
Irium's strongest soldier.
Pats you on the little head.
Oh,
I see you down there in chat. Pass you on the head.
Oh
my god, Peggy said hi. I'm gonna fucking freak the fuck out. Oh my god, I love Peggy so much. I'm not to derail this, but like low-key, I'm kind of in like when I found out that Aiden, a good close friend of mine, is friends with Peggy, I started freaking the fuck out, because I'm like a huge fan of Peggy, and I'm talking about them as if she isn't in the fucking chat, because I'm about to start crying because I'm a huge fucking fan of Peggy. Oh my god, I'm crashing the fuck out. Oh my god, hi Peggy. Hey guys.
No, like 100%. Like I understand. I understand. Hey, at least it wasn't me. Yay!
Oh my god! Holy shit! Hi, Pingy. I'm a huge fan of you, Pingy. Oh my god! I'm Loki. I'm in a server with you, Pingy. I was in a voice chat with you earlier, Pingy. We talked about Florida and Wawa earlier. We were talking about Wawa earlier, Pingy. Hi, Pingy. Oh my god! I'm about to freak the fuck out. Oh my god.
I'm gonna call an audible here. I usually do the call your shot section at the very end, and I usually let you do it, but I just want to put this out into the universe. I think you do really well with an original song that's produced by Moni, right? The producer they produced Rise and Grind. They produced a bunch of like. They produced a song on the freaking Luna album that's just locked in the BlackBerry vault. They produced stuff for Kiara. Like, I think you do well with a song produced by them. So I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm gonna put it out there in the world.
I literally haven't even recorded my first single, bro.
Pengy, you do what that information what you will. I will just put it out there.
Pengy, Pengy. Okay. Anyway, hey guys. Back to IDOLEYZ.
No, I'm saying like
Strawberry Sky's fangirl section over until it's not.
I'm saying like you like the way that they produce and your vocal range fit right in. That's no cap.
I'm gonna start crying again. All right.
No,
anyway, guys.
no. I don't want it to be my first time. Anyway. Here, let's make Tama make you cry this time. All right. So okay. I guess now we can go into which I honestly wanted to like do a really deep dive on because it seems like there's a lot of lore surrounding this. But yeah, when you told me that you were doing an original song at Katsucon, I was like, what? like out of nowhere, I was just like, wait, what? Like, and when you performed it, like I know you're kind of like half joking, but you were like talking about like how much like thought and I guess like love and effort you put into not just like finding like the right production and the lyrics and everything, but yeah, you put your heart and soul into that, and it definitely came through, and it made Tama cry. It's on camera. It's there's recorded video evidence of that, but yeah, like I guess just what was the process of bringing Dear My Light into existence?
So, first of all, shout out to Dear My Light's producer, Jemmy Memu. He does actually freakishly awesome work. So when I saw he was like, I have some commission slots open, I was like, let me take one of those, thank you. So production started in August. And it was like kind of slow from that point because I was like, I kind of wanted to have it done for NecoCon, but Tama wasn't going to be at NecoCon, so I was like, it's fine, we can push it off. And then, yeah, for real, Gemmy real. Then we started like really cooking around like December time is when we started really picking things up with it. So they basically made most of the instrumental. Like, I gave them guidelines about like, hey, this is what I want, and then they were like, they went with it. We did a couple tweaks here and there, but then for lyrics is where I kind of like, I gave them a bunch because I'm not good at writing stuff from scratch. So I was like, I'm gonna give you a bunch of information and then do with it what you will, and then I'll come back and like we'll like spit stuff back and forth.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of references within Dear My Light's lyrics to Tama and I's relationship. For context, if anybody doesn't know, I performed an original song called Dear My Light at Katsucon. It is not out, and it will be before Otakon. God willing, it will be out before Otakon.
It better not just be out. Like I said, this shit better be on Spotify. How the heck am I going to?
Okay.
How the heck am I going to
hopefully on Spotify?
How the heck am I going to like flex my Strawberry Sky Scrabbles if it's not on Spotify? This is very important.
Try my best. I will try my best. I promise. So basically, I knew that I wanted my first original song to be some sort of ode to why I'm performing and how I started performing, and like really that is Tama. This is the part where I knew I was going to start crying. And I could talk about her for literally hours, but Tama, if you don't already know, Celestia Idol, she is my best friend in the entire world. And she is the reason that I'm still performing. I met her in 2020, and she was already doing original Idol stuff then. She was like kind of at that point kind of transitioning from doing cosplay stuff to doing original Idol stuff. She has been there for me like in like my personal life a lot. obviously. So she has helped me through a lot of personal things, but she's also helped me and guided me a lot when it comes to being an idol. We formed a group, Candy Kingdom, back in 2021, 22, I think. I don't remember, somewhere around there. And, kind of never took off anywhere, but Candy Kingdom forever. Candy Kingdom will live on forever and ever. The name will never die. There is a Candy Kingdom reference in the song lyrics of Dear My Light. And then, from there, we just kept working together, kept performing together on and off at different conventions. But she encourages me every day to become a better person, to become a better performer, to become a better friend. So I was like, I want to make a song about you and not tell you, because it was insane. And I hated every second of it, not telling her that I was making an original song, because I knew how excited she would be if she knew I was making an original song, because she knows it's something I've wanted to do, and also like she makes music, so of course she would want to be like involved in the process in some way.
And Thomas just nosy in general, so
she's so nosy. Love her to absolute death, but she is so nosy. So I couldn't tell her anything. Like I told maybe 3 or 5 people total. So you know who I'm proud of for keeping their mouth shut? Aiden. I'm so proud of Aiden for not saying shit, because I told Aiden back in like September, and they had to have forgotten, because they should have fucking said something. Like,
totally forgot.
They had to have fucking forgotten about it, because there's no way they didn't say anything to Tama. But anyway, so yeah, there's a lot of references. To name a couple, Tama and I's like, we kind of call it the plague. So Drop Pop Candy is the plague that haunts Tama and I.
Shout out
Shout out Aiden or Short-Term Memory. Probably both.
Both.
But Drop Pop Candy is the plague that haunts Tana and I. It was one of the songs that we debuted with our little duo. But also we like kept saying we were going to perform it and or make a cover of it, and then we never did, and we still haven't, and we never will. But there is the English version of Drop Pop Candy. There is references to those lyrics in the song. It's like, I don't even know the words to my own song. Are you actually kidding me?
Genius.com/strawberry skies.
You've never heard anyone like this. Something, you'll fall down and I'll be there, or something like that. Or take a step and I'll be there. That's the words. And that's a reference to like the you'll fall down 7 or whatever. Anyway, there's a reference to Candy Kingdom. In this kingdom we built from love, or what, I literally don't even know my own words. There's a lot of references to like her as a performer. I mean, the song is called Dear My Light, and her concept and her like idol color is like a prism. It's white, but like it's a prism that like when you shoot through white light through it, it turns into a rainbow. And so she is my light.
Can't believe they're turning light gay.
Can't believe they're turning light gay.
God.
There's a line that's the rainbow that brightens my sky. There's, ascending far beyond this world, because her whole thing is ascending to Celestia. So there's a lot of references in there. And I have a video of when I said, I was like on the mic, I was like, so this is like, the song means a lot, Tama's birthday, so here is Strawberry Sky's first original song, and then she goes, what the fuck? She screamed so
I think I got that on camera.
You definitely got it on camera. Because I told her nothing. It was great. It was so great. It was so worth it. It was
honestly,
so
like,
worth it.
Worth the cost of admission alone, just for Katsucon in general, to see that unfold before my very eyes.
I'm so glad that I could make it worth, but it was so worth it. I honestly want her on the song for harmonies, but I worry that she won't be able to do it without crying. So we'll see.
I'm worried you won't be able to do it without crying.
I'm not gonna be able to do it without crying. Oh my god! I tried to record it one time, and then she messaged me while I was in the middle of trying to record their backing vocals for it, and I was like, I can't do this shit. I can't do it. I can't do it. So,
but
yeah,
no, it's honestly like Peggy said, like it's an incredibly sweet gesture, and really good song too. Like you can definitely see the love that was put into it. So, what exactly is your plan with Dear My Light? Like, is that something that you'll only perform if Tama is gaining another? If Tama is taking one step closer to the grave, like is it like, or is it like, is it only?
Oh, you mean on her birthday? I was like, what the fuck do you mean?
Like, yeah, is that only at like a Tama birthday thing? Is that something you'll like regularly want to perform, or is that something that you'll only want to perform if Tama's like present? So,
No, not necessarily. I mean, most of the conventions that I plan to perform, I do want to perform at more conventions. Let me be clear. I want to travel out of my state more for conventions. I want to travel off the East Coast more for conventions.
hey, Castle Point.
I can't. Idol Gateway's the weekend before. I can't.
Oh shit. Yeah, you're right. You can
I
sleep at
wish.
my house. It's okay. Oh shit! Oh shit! Am I actually going to something?
Maybe we'll see. I'm broke. I'm a broke student. Anyway, but I want to travel out more, and I will be able to once my schedule clears up later this year. But so not necessarily only when Tama's there. It was obviously a song about Tama, but I wanted it also to be just a song that people can, relate to if they have a best friend, if they have if they're in a duo, or if they're in a group with people, or if there's just somebody that has really inspired them as a person or as a performer. Because it isn't like "I love you, Tama" song.
Yeah. The lyrics aren't very direct. There's like a lot of, there's a lot of room for interpretation and for you to like apply it somewhere in your own life. Like,
yeah, and I'm sure that go ahead.
No, like I feel like it's hard. It'd be impossible for anyone to be like, no, there's no one that inspires me. I made all my own ideas by myself. I'm the Riz God, but no, just kidding. No,
Pangy, this is my shirt, by the way. I know you'd probably appreciate it if you're still here. But I can name people other than Tama who inspire me. I don't think there's a single performer, like you said, that has nobody that inspires them, or at least that they, there's people you follow on Instagram. You have to follow them because you like what they do. So I wanted to make a song that anybody who has anybody could relate to, of you make me want to keep shining. You are the reason that I am able to shine on stage. I look to you and I see this beam of light that is always so bright, and I want to be there. I want to be at that level with you. I want to perform with you. I want to perform because of you. And I also got to perform with Tama at Katsucon, which I think was also very special. God, I love performing with her. Also, our outfits matched so well, and I hope they look good on camera.
Yeah, I was about to ask, was this a coordination thing? Because
no, it was not. It wasn't at all. When I was sewing mine, I asked her, I was like, hey, what is yours? Does it look like this? And she was like, kind of, yeah, actually. So I just kept going with that vibe once I knew what I wanted to do, which sewing is another thing I want to keep doing, dude. I have thought about opening commissions for idol outfits, so if anybody's watching that needs an idol outfit, maybe hit my line, because both of my idol costumes I have designed by myself and then sewn by myself. Which that one right there, where the fuck is that one right there? I did that. Hey, sewed that, by the way. But hey, sewed that, by the way.
Which honestly came out incredible. Again, it's I love the colors, love the oh god, you did
sewed that, by the
way. As having first-hand experience, obviously being a shoe designer, of how complicated and how frustrating and how rage-inducing sewing anything is,
I just got a new sewing machine though, so I'm excited to play with that.
What brand? I'm curious. Singer?
No.
Juki?
No. It starts with a J.
You sure it's not Juki?
Yes. I don't know what it is, but I'll tell you later.
Okay, yeah. But
it's old and expensive and fancy, and I got it for free. Anyway.
Ooh. So, not to put any pressure on you or anything, but is this the level of, I guess, just thought that you'd like to put into future Strawberry Sky's original songs? I don't know if you're cooking anything, but yeah, like that, like I'd say that's, that definitely seems like something that that makes you stand out or makes you unique. Is just, there's songs that can be word salad and you can still enjoy it, and there's also songs that literally make people cry. So, honestly, like, I think that's definitely one of the things I appreciate about Dear My Light is, that message definitely can resonate beyond just the intended audience or beyond just like the specific lyrics. And, I feel like that message reached, everyone that was there. So can't wait to see you perform it even more.
Hopefully soon I'll get another opportunity to. Who knows?
Please, everyone book Jay, please.
please. Hey, guys, listen to me. I'm bringing the mic close. We're doing the ASMR.
Oh, God.
Hey, I like performing a lot. Also, I like voice acting, and I have a nice microphone. So hey, also any idols who want to do collabs, please hit my line. Hey, I used to live in Florida. Fun fact about me. We talked about this. Wawa's better. I literally want to come to Florida to perform.
Wait, what part of Florida? Just curious. I don't want to die.
I lived in the Panhandle.
Damn. Like, I had this conversation.
Basically, nowhere. Nobody lived in the fucking Panhandle ever.
Yeah, no, I had this conversation with like Pengy and the rest of the Miami crew. I was like, damn, I don't know any. Like, legitimately, the only people I know that live on Panhandle are people that are getting shit faced at UF or USF.
Yes.
Or U.
Oh yes.
Or,
I lived
Florida State rather.
I lived so close to one of the campuses, and I don't remember which one.
Yeah, but yeah, Florida. Florida's fun. I'm going to Florida in May. So.
Come to Florida. I know I love performing. So if anyone is an event organizer or has a virtual idol group or wants to just do a collab, hit my line. I can
anyone.
Hey, I can hit really high notes. I have a pretty good range. It was a soprano one and tenor one. I can go anywhere. Literally for me, I can rap. I can. Please, God. Anyway, there's my shill. But no, I want to. I do want to cook more. I have some producers in mind. Looks over at Ray. I have some producers in mind. That I have worked with before. Also looks over at Ray.
Shout out to Ray.
Shout out to Ray. So I do want to cook more. I already have an idea for another original song. When it will happen, who knows? But I aspire to be somebody that puts a lot of thought into what I do and what I put on stage. Like a shtick that I do is every performance I will have a song that has the title, that has strawberry in the title. So if you don't see it and I have a secret song, it's probably the secret song, like I did for Katsucon, where it was Strawberry Trapper. And at NecoCon it was Happy Strawberry, and I totally didn't recycle that from Otakon, where it was also Happy Strawberry. So maybe at upcoming events, there will be a song with strawberry in the title. Just little things like that.
So we're getting a J performance of Lucemble's Strawberry Soda sooner or
later.
later.
No, but you might be getting a Strawberry Rush performance if I get this
shit.
Fucking...
No, I'm done with that. Legitimately.
Crushing. Type shit. But yeah, I don't know. I want to cook. I want to do so much more. I think I'm capable of so much more. I know I'm capable of so much more. I think that if I'm given the opportunity, the time, the space to perform, I can do it, and I want to, and I want to keep improving as well. I know that, like I said earlier when we were talking about disability, I know that my dancing has suffered a lot because of the progression of my knees and my leg and just disability issues in general. But as I hopefully I'm getting some more treatment and being able to put some more work into that, I'm hoping that my dancing skills can start to come back, which means better quality performances, and better quality performances means more performance opportunities, and then more performance opportunities means better, and it just, I feel like it can snowball in a really good way. And I think that I know that I have the capability to cook and to put on performances that people like, and that's what I want to do.
Indeed. And again, if anyone's watching that is booking for events or whatever,
hit my line.
Okay, no. Okay, so now this is where we're doing the call your shot. So okay,
brother,
dream collab that isn't Tama, convention you want to perform at, or stage you want to do that isn't
wait,
Tama.
dream collab that isn't Tama is crazy.
Because I knew you were probably just gonna. Just to keep things interesting.
For the past 5 years, also me, I went to perform with Tama.
All right, call your shot, Jay.
Oh my god. Oh wow. Oh, that's so stressful. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh my god.
How about a performance with Pengy? Since
Bro,
Pengy's in
I was about to say, like, I don't want to be that guy, but like,
nah, do it.
Pengy.
No,
I know
Pengy
I don't
did the
have
same
literally
thing.
any content online ever, so you cannot verify that I actually am A, a performer, or B, any good, but like...
I'll send you the footage, Pengy, don't worry.
No, don't! Aiden can vouch for me! Hey! Everyone, like, many people in the, the server that we're in together can vouch for me, hey! No, but seriously, like, if I ever were to collab with Pengy, I'd, like, probably lose my little mind. Like, that is such a dream performance, holy shit. We'd basically just be, like... Because it's like the skies and then yellow, so she's like lightning in the sky, and we could do something with that. I don't know. I totally haven't been cooking for this for like fucking forever. Oh my god!
You got it planned out already.
I literally have been thinking about this for so long.
You got the Google Doc open.
I do. Oh my god, dude. Okay, but no, definitely Pengy. Like, I have looked up to her for like so long, and God, I hope she's not watching. God. But yeah, definitely that. Don't. I can see you. I can see what you're doing.
Pengy's still there. I'm sorry.
Fuck. Pengy definitely. God, there's so many other people. The thing is, I'm friends with a lot of people that I want to collab with. Like, I'm friends with Aiden, and me and Aiden were supposed to do a collab like 4 years ago, and never did. I would love to collab with Flair. I love both Alex and Michael. I think they're both awesome performers, and I would love to collab with them if ever given the opportunity. Pond Ranger, I'm literally just naming the fucking Otakon staff members at this point, but like any of them, I want to collab with all of them. Jenny, why have we not done a song together yet, Jenny? What the hell?
We've been working how long together?
We've been working together for how many years? We've never performed together. Oh my god, no, there's actually so many people that I can't think of any of them at this exact moment. I'm always so scared to shoot my shot because I feel like I'm just like a little guy. I also don't post anything. So like I feel like nobody can like verify that I do things.
Nah, lean into it. Lean into it. Be like, oh my god, like unheard exclusive performance. You can only see this at like, I don't know, Otakon or like wherever else there's like lean into that. Like only make a social media post when you're actually going to perform. It's like,
and then I don't post the actual performance. I just post I'm gonna perform, show up, and then don't post from it. I've done that now 3 times. Yeah. And I'm gonna do it again.
More about you performing than you've posted about you performing at this point.
Literally, yeah. But also, oh my god, I'm trying to think of other people. Someone I also really want to collab with is this is not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Go for it. Ray asked
with Kirabat so bad.
I can see that.
I think that literally a lot of my inspiration for my nighttime outfit. Hey, so hey, red hair. We were talking in a server the other day because they were asking for advice on hair extensions, and I'm like, I'm a cosmetology student. Hey, hit my line. So like, hey, hit my line. Also, if you want to collab, hey, hit my line.
Don't you love? I do that too. Don't worry, I do that too. I'm just like, hey, there's something that I'm actually good at. Also, this is my like ulterior motive to like worm my way into your DMs.
Basically, yeah. So I think that every idol I just want to collab with idols. I want to do that. Like, I want to be in a group, actually, if we're going to be honest with ourselves. I would love to be in a group. I'm just not local to anybody. I'm hopefully going to be moving closer to more of my oomph within the next 2 years. So, like, maybe I could start cooking up a group idea. Who knows? But I would love to be part of a group. I think that's, like, something I think I do very well in a group. I mean, being a cosplay idol, being in a cosplay idol group with, like, 7 to 10 people was, like, I think peak for me. So, hey, if any groups in the DMV area want another member, hey, I have a driver's license. I'll drive. I don't fucking care.
Yeah,
I'm just so far away from everybody, but I'll drive.
Yeah, like Neko. Like, how far is NecoCon from you? Just curious. Like, is
from
that
you or from me?
From you.
From me, it's like an hour.
Yeah, so like you're still willing to drive an hour to run a whole ass like idol thingy.
I'm willing to drive 5 hours to Otakon to run.
That's true. That's true. Holy shit! I didn't realize
4 hours away from me.
That's further away than me.
Literally, I could drive to you in probably 6-7 hours.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Otakon mentioned Pengi.
You missed the whole Otakon glazing section.
I'm Otakon senior staff. Nice to meet ya. Yeah, there was an entire section of me just talking about Otakon and how much I love it. Driving in DC, I used to live around DC, so I hate driving there. But am I going to move back? Probably. Probably, because everyone is there. Everyone is up there.
I mean, like, I told you.
I wanted to go to, like, the Pawn Birthday Live, but it was, like, an 8-hour drive, so I couldn't do it.
Oh.
Yeah, like, I'll do a 4-hour drive on a weekend. Absolutely, I will. I mean, I do that to see Tama, but, like...
Oh. Anyway,
yeah.
So, yeah, those are... I hope some of those dreams can be manifested into reality. Specifically you and Pengi, because I feel like that'd be...
God, stop! I'm gonna freak out!
No, I'm speaking as a fan.
Over here. I'm freaking out!
I am speaking as a fan. I want to see that personally, so...
I'm freaking out,
if there's ever, you know how they had JoeCon, if there's ever like AndoCon, I'll cook that up or something.
Oh my god,
I'm too bro for that though.
I'd be eating.
I'm too bro for that.
Oh,
no!
Apparently I was invited to JoeCon, by the way. I wasn't aware of this. Would I have gone if I knew? Yes, I would have fucking gone. Because are you kidding me? Pengi was there. Oh my
okay,
god.
Just get more money. How? I'm literally a. If I wanted more money, I wouldn't have become a shoe designer.
Hey, if you can get Pengi to come to AndoCon, I will personally pay for all of it. I will personally fund the entire event. I swear to you. Also Phoebe, but like that's a dream of mine.
No, I don't got that kind of pull.
Everyone.
I mean, Eggy might, but like,
I love Phoebe.
Yeah.
And hey, I can't spoil every single song on my fucking set list. Never mind. It's fine.
Low key, if I am like planning out a theoretical AndoCon, dead ass, I'd hold it in the DMV because everyone's there already, and everyone from New Jersey and like everyone that's like up in the Northeast is already used to driving down. So I just be like, fuck.
Oh, it'll be right after Otakon though, so everyone will already be there.
Yeah, no. Like, not this year. Not this year. Not this year, please. I'm saving money for a Japan trip. Not this year.
Hold on, let me look. Wait, no, I'm looking up.
No. No, I didn't mean for this.
I'm pretty sure it's the week after. It's the week after, bro.
What did I just do?
Hey, guys, if you want to stay in DC for an extra week, let's have AndoCon.
Thank you, Chris.
Also, yeah, shout out Phoebes. Phoebe, my absolute beloved. Ugh, me and my... I don't know where my Phoebe checky is, but I have my Phoebe selfies.
Yeah, I have a Phoebe check. Or I did... First time I ever met Phoebe, I was like, hey, can we do this? Or like, this thing is like the checky pose, and Phoebe laughed, so...
First time I ever met Phoebe was like 2 years ago, but first time I really interacted with Phoebe was when I was taking the checky for her event at Otakon. So if you got an Otakon checky from her checky party at Otakon, I took that checky.
Nice.
And I fixed her bangs for her, and I was like,
oh
my god, I'm fixing Phoebe's. I was trying to be so normal. I promise you, I'm not strange like that. But I was like, hey Phoebe, I have hairspray, and she was like, oh, that would be so helpful. She's so perfect. Oh my god, she's so perfect. But I fixed her bangs, and I was like,
mean, literally,
Gulp.
shout out to Phoebe. Like, literally, without Phoebe, Phoebe is one of the three pillars that literally inspired Idolize, like, for Eggy. So, there is no embarrassment for Phoebe shoutouts. But, anyway, I think that might bring it to a close. Like, we covered pretty much everything, in all honesty.
I think we did.
Genuinely, Jay, thank you for agreeing to come on Idolize.
I'll be thinking about this for the next 20 years of my life.
Thank you for letting me invite you to something I don't even know. I'm just babysitting Idolize.
I just work here, bro. I don't know.
I just work here, bro. But no, like, seriously, literally, for like being real, like, I'm so happy I just randomly messaged you that Thursday before Katsu, because you really are. Like,
it literally was like a day before.
But no, I'm so glad that I didn't chicken out and was like, hey, I could take photos for you, because, like, genuinely, you're a really good friend, Jay, and I'm glad.
Oh no, I'm gonna start crying.
No, we still have to play Valorant after this. You can't cry. Like,
Fuck! Oh my god, I completely forgot about that. Oh my god, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah. So, genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for being on this show. So, like, I know we already did, like, the calling your shots, but you have any shout outs, anything you want to promo, anything you want to shill besides Tama?
Shout out my wife. You knew this was happening. Shout out my wife. Shout out Tama at Celestia Idol. Literally the reason I still do this. The reason I wrote my first original song. She's right there. Look. Fuck. Okay. Well, it's fine. I don't know. She just. Oh my god. Stream. Divine Symphony and Sinful Eulogy. Yes. Stream Divine Symphony. Or Divine. Sinful. She put out music. Search Celestia on Spotify. You'll find it.
Like, legitimate.
It's really, oh my god, it's so good.
Legitimately good. I'm embarrassed with how much.
Actually so good. I knew about this song like years and years ago when it was like first like a little baby song. But like now to hear it fully like mixed and mastered is like it's insane, dude. But so Tama, obviously, shout out to all of my fellow Otakon staffers. There's too many of them now to shout them all out, but I'll shout out Jenny Bon. I'm pretty sure her stuff is just Jenny Bon, or no, it's strawberry sweet. So,
Here, I can look it up.
Yeah, please do. Shout out to Necrocon. We didn't talk about Necrocon at all, but that's okay.
Oh shit!
Yeah. I run the Necro Idol Fest. I run the Necro Idol Fest at Necrocon. It's a convention in Hampton, Virginia, in November. The first weekend in November. This year it falls on a Halloween, unfortunately, but you should go. It's cute and it's fun, and you should apply if you live anywhere around there. It's a fun little thing. Yay! I run that. I made that event with Tama and the awesome Necrocon staff. And last year she didn't go, and I was really sad. But I ran it, and it went well. And oh my god, yeah. Also, shout out to Idol Gateway. You guys should go to Idol Gateway if you're in the DMV. It is a show. It's April 19th in Baltimore, Maryland. You should go. My wife is performing, and also Purgatory. I thought about this because Purgatory performed at Necro Idol Festival last year and the year before.
Here.
And
you're stealing my bit here. I do the.
Hey, Eggy, I should be the next host next time we go on a trip. Anyway, so...
Please, actually, no, you would be a good host.
I'm literally a streamer. So, shout out to everybody that I've ever interacted with ever in my entire life.
Wow.
Shout out to that one person who called me their Oshi at Katsucon and made me cry.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, so... this is the part where I'm supposed to, like, promote the next episode, but... I don't know who my guest is the next episode, I'll be honest. I will have that figured out sometime this
part
week.
Part 2.
No.
Let me know.
No, I'll cook something up. Oh shit, yeah, AggieCon is next month.
AggieCon?
No, Eggie's birthday is like coming up soon. So, but I don't think there is an Eggie. No, I've already been on the show. Yeah, get Daybreaker Ashes for the actually no. I know who. I will bother. Before they get too preoccupied with possibly like going or life stuff. I'll bother Tara. I'm sure Tara will love.
Tara and I debuted together.
Oh,
we both debuted at Otakon 2024.
Oh, yeah, and like or no, I already made plans with Tara, because like I was like, okay, if you ever come on Idoleyez, I will fight you in Pokemon. I will literally I'll go to like or we'll do like Smogon battle or some shit like that or whatever. And I'm just like, okay. And then I immediately messaged my friend, hey, what's a good team for this thing? Because like I might get my ass kicked.
Cheating, bro.
Anyway, all right, upcoming events. You already covered Idol Gateway, but
I did. Sorry,
I'll come back to that. No, that's good. You're doing my job. So I have a friend named Akari who is a maid at Machimaho Maid Cafe. I've literally zero concrete details on this, but they just randomly messaged me and was like, "Hey, Ando P, I'm debuting in an idol group." And I was like, "Oh, cool. When?" March 29th in Manhattan. I was like, "Bet. Sure, I'll be there." I have no idea where it is, what time it is, but I'll ask.
You know, it's March 29th in Manhattan.
Yeah, no. And Ando P, not like producer, like on like P as in like the PI, you know, like the hiragana, like it's a like you know how people make nicknames out of it. Anyway. No, I can't produce music for shit. You kidding me?
You should learn.
I do want to learn, but I have way too many things going on right now. Anyway,
okay, sure.
Idol Gateway Volume 2, as Jay already mentioned, April 19th, in Baltimore. Yeah, you'll be there. Performers like Jay already mentioned, like Purgatory, we got Grimoire, we got WTF, we have Sapphire, very nice person. I met on the train. We have Tama, aka Celestia. Idol Gateway, again, run by basically all of our friends, essentially. Very fun event. I will attempt to be there.
I will be there no matter what.
I will be there depending on whether or not
I will be there, maybe.
Pinku's just being mean to me and being like, you have to apply for staff.
True.
All right, but I will probably be there anyway because I love all of
I have gifts for you. You should go.
Okay, I will be there definitely. Okay, let's see what else we got. We have Castle Point anime convention in the Meadowlands in New Jersey on April 26th and the 27th. There's an idol showcase being run by both Aiden and Ashes, I believe. There's going to be panels and all that sort of stuff hosted by our friends that I can't say yet because I don't think they announced the panel schedule.
I think they have either.
And fucking, like I said this last week, but like, fucking, how did they get Nita Emi, aka freaking Honoka, to actually be there in the flesh? Like, I'm just like,
bro.
That's why I'm saying you have to go.
I know. When we talked about the Start Dash, the 3-person, the second year version, I learned Honoka's part.
Yeah, like,
and that was the start of my idol journey.
So, like, that might be our one and only chance to like witness like IRL snow halation, like, ever.
To be fair, I did halfway meet Burbs VA at Otakon.
Oh, okay. So
yeah,
that counts.
Yeah.
That definitely counts. So yeah, if any of that sounds interesting, yeah, go to Castle Point. It's really, really fun convention. Week after that is Kogara-con at Middlesex County College, aka like my neighborhood-ish. It's kind of a smaller convention, but I do believe they have an idol showcase. I'm not sure who's... Yeah, there was an idol showcase last year. I'm not 100% sure who's in charge of it this year, but I will be there because it's literally like 5 minutes away from my house. So
don't dox yourself, bro. Damn.
It's too late. I already told people years ago where I live. But yeah, Kogara-con. It's a 1-day con. It's very like it's all localized. So do you even know how to get up to New Jersey, Pengi? Do you even know where New Jersey is?
I'll teach you where New Jersey is, Pengi.
No, okay. What else we got? And then later in May we have Anime Boston from May 23rd to the 25th. Again, that has like I believe that's more of a cosplay idol showcase, but they always have a ton of idol stuff. They have freaking reels performing, and
Aiden is devastated.
Yeah, no, like I'm still going back and forth on like whether I'm just like, fuck it, we ball and just drive, or just like drive up or take the train up to. I said this last week. I'm just like, I'm very seriously considering buying a badge for Anime Boston, seeing Real, seeing the Idol Showcase because my Rain is performing, and then just going home. Like, I don't need to see anything else. I just want to be there for Real and my, like, that's my Anime Boston experience at that point. Yeah, and obviously, like, further out into the future, obviously you got Otakon, you got NekoCon, so, you know, if you're interested in performing, please hit up that guy over there. And they
Not
may...
about just about NekoCon. Otakon, the applications are open right now. They close on April 15th. So if you are interested in performing in any of the festivals in Idol Space Programming or at the Dance Gathering Lounge, at the Dance Gathering Room or the Oda Lounge, go to otakon.com. I think. Yes, probably.
Sounds right to me. Yeah, that's all I have to shill for the schedule. So again, thank you again, Jay, for showing up on IDOLEYEZ. If you enjoy this, again, please, you can follow us here on twitch.tv/AkiDrago if you are interested in seeing future episodes, which may or may not have my face plastered on this screen somewhere. If you missed any part of this episode, or you want to catch up on previous guests, like Tama had an episode for IDOLEYEZ. If you want to...
Actually, so many times. I think there's like 50 views on it right now. I'm at least 20 of them. I shit you not, dude.
Oh my god. I mean, honestly believable. But if you want to add additional views that aren't Jay, you can go on youtube.com/
We'll go view for view right now.
No.
Sorry.
youtube.com/@idoleyez101, and you can go watch that. You can watch the Tom episode. You can watch any of the other episodes that are on there at your convenience. You can follow me at Ando_0817 if you're interested in, I don't know, like photography stuff, I guess. Or just me yelling about idols. You can follow Jay at Strawberry Skies Idol on Instagram. Jay usually streams every Tuesday and Thursday on Twitch, correct?
Yes.
Usually doing like Minecraft or Valorant or defusing bombs with me. So, yeah, and very fun, very entertaining, and, you know, please support Jay. Jay works too hard for people not to come through. So, I do not know who we will raid into. Wait, can I raid it? Can I raid it into you while, like, you're here? Like, how does that work?
I'll have to turn off my camera so I can open Streamlabs, but we can raid it to my channel once I go live.
No, once I go to the ending stream. So yeah, I guess we'll just raid into Jay's channel because we are going to play some Valorant. And I haven't.
Yay! You still need to add me back because
I need to add you as a friend on Valorant, and also I need to lock in because I haven't played since freaking beta. So.
Okay, well, I have no excuses because I played yesterday and I'm still not good. So, we'll teach you how the game has been. There is at least way more than 10 new agents. So
yeah, there's a lot more.
Teach you everything, and it'll be very fun. So if you guys want to see some fun gameplay, even if you don't understand Valorant, you'll be in the same shoes as him. So, I'll teach you all about Valorant. If you think it's cringe, you're right, but it's a silly, fun game. And at the end of the day, video games are meant to have fun. And even if you think it's a cringe game, as long as you're having fun, it doesn't really matter. So, we'll be live on there in a little bit. We're probably going to go take a break, like get some water, get some snack, and then he's going to add me back. But we'll be live on that channel probably like 10 minutes, I would say.
Yeah. Yes, sounds about right. So, until then, thank you again for watching episode 44 of IDOLEYEZ. Until the next time, same idol time, same idol place, right here on IDOLEYEZ. See you in a bit, guys. Bye.
Bye.